I can't balance well if I stand on the chair. I stand under the light. Okay. We have given a few ceramahs, and many of you would have heard by now my vision and my dream for Subang Jaya. Just today, I received an SMS from a friend who actually met some MCA people from the other camp. And this is what my friend was told. If you vote for the opposition in Subang Jaya, there will be no more funds for development for Subang Jaya. Now, obviously, the opponent does not know the issues surrounding Subang Jaya. Subang Jaya does not need any more infrastructure development. We need service development. Subang Jaya is overdeveloped. My role, if elected as the State Assembly woman,
When elected,
okay, is not to make sure that more money is channeled to Subang Jaya. My role is to make sure that MPSJ does their job and they make full use, good use of the cukai takseran you pay them every year. My role is not to deal with longkang issues. That is the role of MPSJ. Maintenance must be done by MPSJ. My role is to ensure that MPSJ perform. How can I do this effectively? Now, as the opposition, I will not be appointed as the councillor. I will not sit in MPSJ as the councillor because it's not the practice. They will usually appoint a Barisan candidate as a councillor. But as a State Assembly woman, I will be able to do proper and effective check and balance in the State Assembly. Let me provide you an example. Mr. Teng Chan Kim, okay, one of the two opposition State Assemblymen in our State Assembly, has effectively done his job by highlighting issues like the Zakaras mentioned. So my job in the State Assembly would be to question usage of money, budget being approved, budget by the council. My job would be to question them on the usage of this money. I believe as the opposition, I will be able to voice that out freely, and I'm not answerable to any Barisan Nasional authority or their policies. My hands are not tied. I'll be free to move and question. Sending a Barisan Nasional candidate into the State Assembly and sitting as a councillor will not serve you any purpose, because the councillor will take directive from the state government. And who is the state government? Barisan Nasional. They will never speak up for you. They will not speak up for you. They are there to serve the party's interests. And therefore I urge you, do not listen to threats like that. We are approaching polling day. It's crucial. I have other battles to fight now, like just the recent decision by EC to cancel the use of indelible ink. That is a very serious problem, and we are fighting to ensure that we have a fair election this Saturday. I know many residents have emailed me, they have come up to me and they say, I want to know how you deal with this issue. I want to know what will you do for Subang Jaya. I want to know how will you solve this issue, that issue, this issue, that issue. My question to them is, I would like to solve the issue, but at the moment, I'm still not empowered by the Subang Jaya people to serve you. You need to vote me in first before I can deal with the issue. Again, this is democracy. I will not inflict you with fears. I will not say, if you don't vote me in, I'm not going to hear you out. Because there is democracy. I say if you want to vote for BN, you can go ahead and vote for BN, but when you're faced with problems, when you're faced with monies being used unnecessarily, don't complain. Your complaints today, They are a result of your decision in 2004. I urge you to really vote with your conscience this Saturday. Don't think about yourself anymore. Really sit down and think about your children. Will they be able to survive in Malaysia in 10 years' time, earning 5,000 ringgit salary a month? Is no longer enough with the increasing prices of cars, houses, petroleum, coal, your basic necessities. You will be able to survive now, but your children will not. I tell you, as a young working professional, I struggle with my basic salary, and your children will suffer even more. So stop thinking about yourself. Businessmen especially, voting Barisan Nasional in will not guarantee that your business will be well. There are other things at stake: quality of life, crime, traffic problems. If traffic problems in Subang Jaya can be addressed, you will have more time in your house, spending time with your family, instead of spending 20 minutes just to get in from Subang Jaya to USJ every day. So I really urge you, if you are a voter in Subang Jaya, please help us by telling 5 others voters in Subang Jaya that they really need to send the opposition into the State Assembly. Many people have come up to us and say, why don't you do this, why don't you do that, why don't you do this, why don't you do that? But when I ask them, are you able to help me? Are you able to help me do this? People back out. Many people just want to voice and give suggestions, but they don't want to work at it. Many other people are probably more qualified than me to be the state candidate, but they are not willing to stand up here, to stand as a candidate. It's not an easy job, but I'm doing my best. I assure you, I'm in here really to fight corruption. I want to make sure that our government is not bankrupt by year 2020. So please, ladies and gentlemen, don't listen to rumors, don't listen to the fears that people are trying to inflict upon you. Think about your children, think about your grandchildren. And if I, by standing out in this election, can inspire just one more young person to do this in the next election, I think I've played my role as a citizen of Malaysia. Yeah. I just need to inspire one more person, young person, and this person may well be the next Prime Minister. So please, go home tonight, call your friends who are staying in Subang Jaya, make sure you get to 5 registered voters in Subang Jaya and tell them to not succumb to the fears inflicted by Barisan Nasional. You have seen recently a lot of tactics, dirty tactics employed. One of them is the Seputeh billboards, depicting Teresa Kok as a loose woman. These are the people who claim to represent Wanita MCA, who will speak up for women's rights. But during the campaign period, before elected, they are already degrading another woman. What makes you think when elected, they can protect a woman's right? And this is a candidate for the parliamentary seat. They go into parliament and they are part of the lawmaking process. Despite warning, if you read in the Malay Mail, despite warning by City Hall to remove the billboards, they were reluctant initially, but I understand that last night or this morning they have already removed. So therefore, I don't think it is difficult to serve as a state assembly woman or a parliamentary member.